me to check whether you're able to see the screen. Right, if you all can see the screen, can you give me a thumbs up? Okay, thank you, Kion. Can you hear me, right? Right, okay. All right, let's begin. Today I'm going to go through Sec 1 Topical Revision Practice worksheet 1 over here. Okay, so some of you have already tried the worksheet or some of you know the worksheet. So this worksheet was the hard copy given to you. If you cannot find the hard copy of the worksheet, the soft copy is also being posted on Google Classroom. Okay, so please go double check. Okay, so today we're just focusing on topical revision for practice 1. Okay, let's take a look at our questions over here. I'll give out the answers later. So if some of you want to copy the questions or do the marking and the corrections, you let me know. Then I'll pause the screen over there. If not, you can want to do it after the remedial to check with the answers, also can. Okay, so up to you. Right, let's begin with the first question. Express 98 and 140 as a product of its prime factors. So what are we supposed to do when we are supposed to express something as a product of prime factors? We have to do prime factorization. So I'll take 98, I'll divide by my prime factors. What are my prime factors? Anyone remember what are our prime factors? Okay, we have 2, the smallest number is 2, got 2, 3, then followed by, what's the next prime factor after 2 and 3? Hey, hello, no response. Yes, 5, 7. Is 9 a prime factor? Is 9 a prime factor? No, 9 is not a prime factor, okay? 9 can be divided by 3, so 9 is not a prime factor, so just take note lah. Okay, so we're going to divide these by our prime factors. So some of the prime factors over here already can be expressed. So we have 98 is divided by 2, then 7 times 7. So we'll write it as 2 times 7 is 2 times, right? So it's 2 times 7 to the
I cannot hear.
yes, can hear now? Hello? Can you hear or not? Oh, Jared, disappeared. Okay, maybe he logged in again. All right, so this one will be 2 times 7 to the power of 2. Next one, 140. 140 can be divided by 2, then divided by 2 again, and divided by 5 and 7. So you notice this is divided by 2 times, so it's 2 to the power of 2 times 5 times 7. Okay, so this is the product. So first part of the answer, express this as a product of its prime factors. Okay, no problem. Part B, find the largest possible integer n that is a factor. So what does this statement tells you? Largest possible positive integer n, factor of both. So it's actually looking for highest common factor because they want factor of both, right? So it's common factor. So if you were to find HCF, highest common factor, you can recall, do you want the highest power or the lowest power? Okay, Gerard. Whether Gerard can. Gerard, can you hear me? Okay, give me some time to join. Okay, so when I want to find HCF, I need to find the highest or lowest power. We need to choose the one that are common and the power that is the lowest. So for 2 and 2 square, I choose the common factor 2. Okay, but I choose the one with the lowest power. This is just 2 to the power 1. Okay, 2 square is not common. Next one, 5 is also not common, so I'm not going to choose 5. 7 square and 7. So this one is common, so I'm going to choose the one with the lower power. So 2 times 7. Okay, but the question here says they want a positive integer. So I need to multiply this out as 2 times 7 is 14. Right, so I need to multiply out this value as the number 2 times 7, 14. If the question says leave your answer as a product of its prime factors, then you put as 2 times 7. Okay, next question. So this one choose common. And then the lowest power. Okay, Next one, find the smallest positive integer n such as multiple of both. Yes. Multiple of both, that will give you LCM, lowest common multiple. So part C, I want the lowest common multiple. If I want the lowest common multiple, I must choose all factors. Okay, I must choose all the factors, and then not only that, I choose the one with the highest power. Okay, so I must choose all the factors. So I'll choose 2, 5, and 7. But I must choose the one with the highest power. So I'll choose power 2. 5 is just on its own, and 7 squared. Okay, but then the question say find the smallest possible integer. They never say leave your answer as a product of its prime factor. So I need to multiply out this number using a calculator. 2 square times 5 times 7 square. That gives you 980. Okay, until now, any of you managed to get the answers for A, B, and C correct? Anyone got the answer for A, B, and C correct? If you got answer for A, B, and C correct, can you give me a thumbs up or a tick or something like that? Yeah, yes. Okay, good. Elvina have, Khalif have, Jared good, Yanxin good. Okay, can. Derek got answer the first A, B, C correct or not? Yeah, I thought Derek got do.
Wrong.
Wrong lah. Huh? Jialat lah. Okay, next one. Find the value of P such that this one is a yes.
What's the worksheet again? I can't find it.
Topical revision practice 1.
Okay.
The hard copy. If not, the soft copy is on Google Classroom. Okay, so find the value of P such that 140 times P is a perfect square. Let's take a look at our 140. So I'm going to look at part D. 140 is made up of 2 square times 5 times 7 square. If I want it to be a perfect square, if I want the number to be a perfect square, all the numbers must be power multiple of 2. All powers, okay, multiple of 2. But which of the following here does not have a partner? Which factor has no multiple of 2? The factor 5 is on its own. So what do we need to multiply to it? The letter P, I'll multiply the number 5 to it so that it becomes 5 squared. So I give it a partner. So P equals to what number? P is the number 5. Okay, so you see which one don't have power. It don't have power 2 or don't have a partner, you multiply for it. Okay. Next one, part E, find the value of K such that square root of 98 over K is a whole number. Now, when you square root a number, if you can take a square root of a number and it's a whole number, it means 98 divided by K is a perfect square. If 98 divided by K is a perfect square, meaning 98 and divided by K must have power of all the powers must be multiple of 2 as well. So what is 98? 98 is made up of 2 times 7 squared. How do I know this? I get it from here, right? So 98 is 2 times 7 squared. I'm going to need to think, what number do I need to divide by such that it can become a perfect square? Inside here, I got 2 factors, 2 and 7 squared. Which one is already a perfect square? 7 square is already a perfect square, but 2 is not a perfect square. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide away 2. So I'm going to divide away by the number 2 so that when I cancel this later, okay, I'll just get a 7 square, which is a number that can be square rooted. Okay, where I have to write square root sign. Okay, so in this case, what is this letter K? What is this number K? K is equals to the number 2. Which number is blocking me from being a perfect square? The number is 2. So I'm going to get rid of that. So E is the number 2. Have you gotten your answer? Okay, good. Anyone managed to get D and E correct also? If you get D and E correct, maybe you can give me a tick or a thumbs up. Okay, good. Okay, Ian, you managed to find your worksheet already? If you cannot find a worksheet, never mind. You can write down the things later. You pay attention first.
I already found the worksheet.
Okay, very good. You found the worksheet. But later I'll be posting up the answers, so no need to rush for you to copy so many things. You can write down some key points, then later you're going to write it nicely.
Okay.
Okay, Derek also got correct answer. Very good. Okay, so a couple of you managed to get it correct. Okay, question number 2. This question is quite difficult, but a little marks. Okay, so it's testing based on conceptual question. So for part A, the numbers given to you are already as a product of its prime factors. So first, they asked me to find the square, given that the area of a square. So I have one square. The area here is B, which is 2 square times 3 to the power 4 times 5 to the power 6. How am I going to find the length of one side of the square? If I want to find the length of one side for the square, I need to take a square root. Not divide by 2, square root, okay, square root. Square root of the area B, which is 2 square, 3 to the power 4, and 5 to the power 6. So what happens to the powers when you take square root? Okay, what happens to the powers when you take square root? When you take square root, the powers, okay, divide by 2 itself. When you take square root, the powers divide by 2. So what happens if you take cube root? What will happen to the power? Gerard, you know or not? Gerard,
Huh?
you know what happened to the powers if we take cube root?
Divide also, it means like 2 square become 2, then 3, 4
This one
become
is square
3.
root. This one is square root. I'm talking about cube root. What happens if it's cube root?
Divide by 3.
Yeah, the power divided by 3. Gerald, you pay attention or you daydreaming?
Yeah, I pay attention.
Okay, very good. All right, so in this case, square root, we divide the powers by 2. Cube root, we divide the powers by 3. So this one, if I divide the power is 2. So divide by 2, 2 to the power 1, 3 to the power 2, 5 to the power 6 divided by 2, 3. Okay, but the power 1 here is invisible, so I leave it like that. But what answers am I going to write? Read the question. They say leave your answer in index notation. So they want the answer in index notation, which is this one. So it's 2 times 3 square times 5 to the power 3. No need to write the 1 over there. It's invisible. Okay, so this one will be the answer for the first part. Part B now. The volume of a cube. I give you a volume of a cube. A cube itself, the volume of the cube is A. So the volume is 2 to the power 3, 5 to the power 9, 7 to the power 12. They want to find the total surface area. If I want to find the total surface area, before that first, I must find the length of one side. What is the length of one side? You notice that for a cube, the length, base, height, and whichever, all these are the same. So in order to find the length of one side, I'm going to, this is volume, right? I want to find the length of only one side. I need to take cube root. Okay, so I need to take cube root. So now I'm taking cube root. Anyone can tell me what happens to all the powers when I take cube root? Yes,
Divide by 3.
yeah, so all when I take cube root, all the powers divide by 3. So the length itself, I divide all the power by 3. This will be 2 to the power 1, 5 to the power of, divide by 3. What will be the power? 5 to the power 1. Divide by 3, yeah? So 5 to the power 3. Then 7 to the power of, divide by 3, that will give you 4. Okay? But then they don't want this as the final answer. They want the total surface area of a cube. We know that the cube over here, one side of it is something like a square. This length over here is given, we found 2 times 5 cubed times 7 to the power of 4. For a square, the length and the breadth are the same. So I want to find the area of one side. The area of one side will be to take this whole thing, multiply by each other. 2 times 5 to the power 3, 7 to the power 4, whole thing square. Okay, whole thing square. Or else, or on another method, what you can do, you can take this one times this thing again. You write down two times. Okay, also can. So when we have square, what happens to our power? When we have square, we multiply all our powers by 2. So the powers multiply by 2. It becomes 2 square, 5 to the power of 6, 7 to the power of 8. Okay, yes, somebody gave me a chat. Is there a question? What worksheet is this? This one is Topical Revision 1. Okay, this one is Topical Revision Practice 1. There were a lot of worksheets. Cannot find it? You can still find the soft copy on Google Classroom itself. Yes, thank you very much. Revision Practice Paper 1. Okay, so now I gotten the square of one side, the area of one side. But then for a cube, how many sides does a cube have? How many sides does a cube have? Everyone knows. If you ask Colleague, how many sides does a cube have? Colleague, how many sides does a cube have? One cube. 4 sides only, no leh. Got top, down, front, back, left, right. How many? Top, down, front, back, left, right. How many? 6 sides, right? 8 no, not 8 6 6-sided top, and bottom. So the top, the bottom, the front, the back, the left, the right. Correct? Not so got 6-sided, right? So if I want to find the total surface area, I already know the area of one side. So there are
Times
6.
6.
Yes, I'm going to take 6 times this whole expression. I'm not going to find the number. Why? Because they say give your answer in index notation. So this, I copy the whole thing here. 2 times 5 to the power 6. 2 squared times 5 to the power 6 times 7 to the power 8.
I
Okay.
cannot see.
Now I cannot see the
You
screen.
must move up.
Can you see? Is this better?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have this, but then I know that 6 is not broken up as a product of its prime factors. So 6 now need to change to the prime factor 2 times 3. Then you multiply by 2 square the whole thing to it. And we will to combine prime factors. Here 2 to the power 1. Here got 1, right? Then here 2 square. Total how many? Total this one will be how many? 2 to the power how many? Here got 1. Here got 2. Yes, 2 to the power of 3. Thank you very much. Then 3 is on its own. So 3, nothing to multiply. So it's just 3. Then 5 to the power 6 on its own, nothing to multiply. 7 to the power 8 on its own, nothing to multiply. Okay, the question says leave your answer as a answer in index notation. So my answer blank, I copy the whole thing over here to the answer blank. Okay, so this question a little bit more difficult, but the steps are doable. Okay, just need to go through the motion slowly. So first is a cube. I want to find the length of one side of a cube. I take cube root. Okay, I take cube root. After I take cube root already, find the one side of the cube already, then what do? I find the area of one side. Area of one side, length times breadth, so I square it. So when I square, the power multiplies by 2. Okay, then after that, I want to find the total area. There are 6 sides, top, down, front, back, and left, right. So there are 6 sides. It's 6 times the whole thing.
Okay, move up.
I break up the factor 6 as a multiple of 2 times 3. Then I find the final answer. Elvina will be giving out the answer later in Google Classroom, so you can do the copying of the questions in the answers in Google Classroom also. Okay, those of you who are done and writing or whichever can give me a thumbs up so that I know that I can move on.
Will you repeat the steps?
First one, so given the volume, I want to find the total surface area, but first I must find the length. So I take cube root to find the length. So I'm taking cube root to find the length. After I find the length already, I find the area of one side. So it's length times breadth. So area of the side, both sides are the same, so I square it. Okay, so when I square, the power times 2. So I get
So
this.
why you get 2 times 3?
Then a side have 6 sides, right? So I break, so it's 6 times the whole thing, but 6 is not a prime factor. So I break the number 6 up into 2 times 3. That's the question. Then I combine the power 2 with 2, 2 to the power 1 to the power 3, 2, so 2 cube, then 3 and 5 to the power 6, then 7 to the power 8. Okay. All right, now I'm going to move on to the next question already. I'm not going to take up too much time. Next question over here. This one is a thinking question. The highest common factor and the lowest common multiple of two numbers are 8 and 504. So firstly begin, I have my first number. And then I have a second number. Both numbers I don't know. They want me to guess the number. And they tell me that the highest common factor is 8. So we always start with the common factor first because that's the minimum factor that we should have. But first, let us split 8 into its prime factors, the product of its prime factors. 8 divided by 2, divided by 2. 8 is actually made up of 2 cubed. If it's a common factor, it's the highest common factor, it means both the numbers must have 2 cubed to start off with. I can have 2 to the power of a larger power, but I must have 2 cubed minimally to the power 3. Next one, so I've settled and I use the number for highest common factor. Next one, they tell us that the lowest common multiple is 504. We should start with 504 and we need to split this up into a product of its prime factors. Have anyone done the product of prime factor for 504 already? Can y'all give me the number or the factors? No, you all have not done your work. Then divide by 3, 21, divide by 3, 7, divide by 7. So 504 can be expressed as a product of 2 to the power of 3, 3 squared, and the number 7. Okay, so 504 has the factor 2 cubed, 8. You notice for 504, I have already satisfied 2 cubed, no problem. Every one of them have 2 cubed. So there'll be no other number that is higher than 2 to the power of 3. Next one, 504 also includes the factor 3 squared, meaning either the first number or the second number must have a 3 squared. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to put 3 squared somewhere. But they tell me specifically that one of the number is 56 already. Let's take a look at 56. 56 as a product of its prime factor, divide by 2 gives me 28. Divide by 2 gives me 14. Divide by 2 gives me 7. So 56 itself is the number 2 cubed times 7. So one of my numbers now, I'm not going to write my as first number already. One of the number is given to me to be the number 56. And it contains 2 cubed and factor 7. Okay, but now I have a 3 square in my 504, 3 square here. So if that's the case, 56 already given to me, it cannot include 3 square. So therefore, 3 square have to be the one appearing at the second number. So this must be 3 square. Then I check my last factor for 504. it has a multiply by 7. 8, 3 square, this one, 56, already have a factor 7. So I want to find the smallest value, right? So I don't need to include 7 at all. So that means my second number must be 2 cubed times 3 square. And they want us to find this number. So I have to work out 2 to the power of 3 times 3 square. That will give me the number 72. And this one will be the answer. Okay? I repeat again. First, we start off with two numbers. I do not know the two numbers. They tell me that the highest common factor is 8. So I must start off with both of them having 2 to the power of 3 because 8 is 2 to the power of 3. Yeah? So having 2 to the power of 3 as the basic factors. Next, they tell me that the lowest common multiple is 504. Again, I do prime factorization. I express 504 as 2 cubed, 3 square, and 7. Okay, 2 cubed, 3 square, and 7. Then now I check A, they tell me that one of the number is 56. What is 56 made up of? So 56 is already made up of 2 cubed and 7. So I put 2 cubed and 7, I change the number to 56. But 504 has the factors 2 cubed, which is being met already. So all of them have 2 cubed. 7, it has 7 already, but 3 square is missing. So where must this 3 square go? 3 square must go to the second number over here. And they want me to find the integer. So I'll take 2 cubed times 3 square, which is the number 72. Okay, so this question is a higher level question. Please put a star to it in case it comes out. At least you have an idea what are the numbers. How can I guess what the solution is? Okay, this one will be more of an express question as well, but it can be tested in Set 2 level, just that the numbers may be a little bit smaller or simpler. Okay, next question. This one, compulsory question, must know how to do. Okay, this is a must know. Okay, for 4 different traffic lights, are you all still alive? Hello? Okay, for 4 different traffic lights, we have an interval of 60 seconds, 70 seconds, and 78 seconds. So for this kind of question, first thing that you do, express them as a product of its prime factors. So can some of you do out the question quickly? Help me find the prime factors. What is this made up of? I've done the first one. Can you all do the second, the next two? Answers, please. Wait, my what is low battery? My laptop, iPad is low battery. Hello? Nobody give me an answer. So 60 will be 2 square, 3 and 5. Have you not done your work at all? Then if not, you can do your calculations alongside together with me, right? 70 will be 2 times 5 times 7. 78, that will be 2 times 3 times 13. I'll put 13 here. All right, if you have not done the work, at least you need to think through the same process and do the work together at the same time. Right, keeping quiet doesn't solve the problem. All right, now if all the traffic light turns simultaneously at the timing 8:30, find the next timing that the light will turn together at the same time. For this type of question, are they going to meet the next timing with, are you going to use the highest common factor or are you going to use the lowest common multiple? Which one should we use? At least somebody can answer me, right? I give you 2 options. You want to use the highest common factor or should we use the lowest common multiple? Anyone?
Common lowest multiple.
Thank you, Amira. Okay, I'm already planning. Nobody tell me the answer. Nobody gonna talk to me. I'm not gonna move on. So you better give me answers, right? Yes, Amira say choose the lowest common multiple. Very good. For lowest common multiple, I'm going to choose all factors. So I need 2, 3, 5, 7, and 13. But am I going to choose all factors with highest or lowest power? Anyone? Maybe I'll be
Higher.
Yes, thank you. Highest power. So I choose 2 square and then no other power already. So, but then I need to know what is this number. Am I right for me to count? So I need to calculate. Anyone quickly calculate on your calculator? What is this value? What number do you get? Maybe Derek, do you mention? So, yes, what do you say? No?
So, but why LCM?
Sorry again? Who is
Why
on?
LCM?
What will be the highest common factor, Alvina? Alvina, what will be the highest common factor? Alvina, what is the highest common factor? The highest common factor is 2, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they will meet? The traffic light will turn on at the same time again 2 seconds later?
No.
No, right? So we cannot use the highest common factor. So we need to find the lowest common multiple in this case. Can?
Okay.
You understand? Okay, so
Yeah.
now this is 5,460, but this is in seconds. My timing given to me is 8:30. 8:30, this is in hour, this is in minute. So what am I going to do to my seconds? Anyone? Come on. What am I going to do to
Convert it.
Yes, very good. Convert it. So I need to convert it to minutes first, right? How do I convert it to minute? 1 minute, how many seconds?
Divide by 60.
Yes, thank you very much. Divide by 60. So on the 5460, I'm going to divide by 60. That gives me, 91 minute. But 91 minute already exceeded 1 hour, right? 1 hour got 60 minute, right? So I minus away 60. I'll get this into 1 hour and 31 minute. Okay, so 1 hour and 31 minutes later, they were all flashed together at same timing. I started off with 08. With 8:30, how much is 1 hour 30 minutes later? 1 hour 31 minute later. 30 minutes plus 31 minutes will be
10:01.
one full hour. Yes. So 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock plus one more full hour, that would be 10 o'clock 01 minute. So that would be 24-hour notation 10:01. Okay, that's one would be the answer. Okay, so the timing that they will next turn together at the same time again, we need to, get this. So in this case, 91 minute, change the answer, LCM, to divide by 62 minutes, then find it in terms of hours and minute, we add it to 8:30. Anyone manage to get at least 5460 for this question? Who get 5460? You can get 5460, can you give me a thumbs up? Or tick or whatever? Yes, at least you all got 5460. Very good. Okay, anyone managed to do until you can get 10:01? Anyone managed to get until 10:01? Okay. Never mind. Okay, good. At least you tried to get an LCM. Next question, we'll go continue. Okay, now we'll do a bit more of numbers, accuracy, inequality. Okay, we'll move on. So now let's take a look at this. These numbers are represented on a number line. When you have numbers that's on a number line, it's always sorted in order. Okay, so you should know this is from small to big. So what we need to do, we just need to rearrange the numbers, or obviously we're going to make this all into decimal place to help me get the number in an easier manner. So 8 divided by 5 will give me 1.6, 0.6, 5 divided by 8 gives me 0.625, and pi divided by 2. You all know how to use your calculator to get a pi? Okay, so pi divided by 2, that will give me 1.57079, blah, 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 so on and so forth, right? So now let us rearrange this. Which one is the smallest? Which one will be the smallest? P followed by Q, right? Which one is the smallest?
5 out of 8.
5 over 8 is the smallest. Are you sure?
5/2.
0.6.
Yeah, 0.6 is the smallest. Correct. So P is 0.6. The next one, then you say is the 5 over 8, 0.6. 5 is slightly a little bit bigger. So P is the number 0.6. Q is the number 5 over 8. Right? Then after 1, which is the other number? R. Which one
Pi.
is smaller?
Half.
Yes, pi over 2, half of pi over 2, right? Then the next one, 1.6 is slightly a little bit bigger, so S will be 1.6. Oops, cannot use 1.6. What should I be writing? I should
8
write,
over 5.
correct, thank you. I should write it as 8 over 5. Okay, good. Anyone manage to get this question correct? Got? Okay, correct. Give me a thumbs up. Good. Okay. This kind of question, exam must know, must get correct, huh? Don't make careless mistake. Okay, next one, question number 6. I give you the temperature at all these different temperatures, right? So what do you notice? They want us to find a difference. Okay, when you want to find difference is given by big minus 4. So for difference, you take the big minus the small temperature. They want a temperature between 12 to 0. 12 to 0 is the number 4. And 18, this one is -3. So which one is bigger? 4 or -3? 4 is bigger, right? So slow reaction. 4 minus the number -3. This is a number -3. A lot of you might make careless mistake. Just give 4 minus 3 and give me answer 1. Not correct. Okay, so it's 4 minus -3. Minus become 4 plus 3, which is the number 7. Or you can use your calculator to work out the answer. So answer for A, 7. Next one, they say that the temperature. Yeah, yes, Alamira. What
Yeah, I
happened?
thought the smallest number is -2.
No, they want this timing. They got give a particular timing, so you're not going to take negative. So they give the timing at 1800. So you need to use the 1800 and this number.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, so you want to take 4 minus -2, is it?
Yeah.
But they want the 1800. But anyway, -3 is smaller than -2. Smaller, okay? It's more negative. The more is the number, the smaller it is, okay? Right, next one, part B. The temperature at 2200 is exactly midway in between the two temperatures. How do I find a number that's in between two numbers? To find this number that's in between, I need to take the two numbers, add them together, and then divide by 2. Okay, you want to find a number that is exactly midway? Take the two numbers, add them together, then divide by 2. I know some of you will minus, right? Find the difference divide 2, but you still must add back the difference to the original number. But to do the shortcut, directly take the two numbers, add them together, divide by 2. But which two numbers did they want? They want the 10 o'clock, which is the number 4. So I put the number 4 inside here. And then they want 20, 00. They want the 20, this one over here. So I put the number over here, -2. Then I leave it to my calculator. 4 minus 8 plus -2 divided by 2. Answer is 1. It's a temperature, so it's 1 degree Celsius or something like that. So this is the temperature given. Okay, any problem with this question? Please remember this portion, this one over here, to find a number exactly midway, you take the two numbers, add together, divide by 2. Okay. Next one, on the number line, the fractions are equal distance apart. Equal in distance apart, meaning I have this one over here to be the mid value, right way. This one is right in the middle. You see, the teachers test the same question, mid value, right? Midway. So find the number in between the two of them. What I'm going to do, this is midway between the number 1/4 and the number half. So what do? I take 1/4 plus the number half. I divide it by 2. Okay, just add this up in your calculator. 1/2 plus 1/4. The whole thing divide by 2. Anyone manage to get the answer? Give me in fraction. Maybe Arian, you got a calculator with you? Arian.
Where?
Yes, you got a calculator with you. Quick, calculate for me.
3/8.
Yeah, let Arian have a chance to press the calculator. Thank you, Alvina. So, Arian, how? Manage to get answer or not? Gerard, your picture is a Barbie doll. Your profile pic is a Barbie doll. Do you look like the Barbie doll?
No. I put that as my profile picture, then I forgot to change.
Okay. Arian, so what's the answer? Is it 3/8? Yo. Okay, he disappeared.
Wait.
Then, if that's the case, okay, we already found 3/8 already. You are too slow. Hey, hurry up.
Wow.
Yeah, then now, Arian, your turn. You calculate the next one. How to find this number, A?
A.
Yeah, this number is exactly in between which two number?
1/4 and B.
1/4 and 3/8, right? So can you tell me the working? Maybe you cannot do a calculator, you tell me the working. How to find the answer, mid value of this one? What do I do? Take the two number, what do I do to it? 1/4 and I take 3/8. What do I do to it?
Minus.
Plus and divide by
Arian, I just say, right? What is the correct method? Hello? What did I just say? I teach.
Oh.
You pay attention.
Oh.
So give me the correct method. How to find the number exactly in between? Take the two of them,
1/4
do what?
plus 3/8
Then,
over 2.
yes, correct. Okay, you wake up already not?
Yeah, wake up.
Okay, next one. Then, Nicholas, count for me. What is this answer? Nicholas. Sleeping already, Nicholas. Nicholas! That's why I must one by one test, right? See who is still awake.
16.
Sorry again?
5/16.
Thank you. Who's the kind soul who tell me 5/16?
Derek.
Avina, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, 5/16. Next one, then I must call Aiman. Aiman, are you still there? Aiman not. Aiman there. Is he there? Yes, Aiman, please. Can you tell me how to find C? C is in between which two numbers?
3 and half.
Yes, 3/8 and half. Can you tell me what's the method to find the number midway, exactly in between the two of them? What am I going to do to these two numbers?
3/8 plus half divide by 2.
Okay, thank you. Gerard didn't give Aiman a chance.
7/16.
Okay, so answer is 7/16, huh? Thank you,
Yeah.
Avina. Okay, so you get answer. Please remember this working, this method, especially Ariane, please don't get minus. Add together, divide by 2. Can? Okay, next question over here. This one is a dial. Okay, a circular dial and temperatures are in 0 degrees Celsius, or in degrees Celsius. Okay, but let's take a look at the scale. How do I read this number indicated by the pointer? Okay, how do I read the number indicated by the pointer? This is between 10 and 20 degrees Celsius. So this number over here, this dial itself, okay, will be given by -10 plus 20 divided by 2. That is
-30.
-15. Okay, so how do I know? This one is -15. But how do I read this number? It means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 of them. So from the temperature, it will go lower, right? So in this case, this one will be nearer to -10. So this one is -30 degrees Celsius. Yeah, somebody gave the answer just now. I think Albino said the answer already. So this one temperature, negative 13 degrees Celsius. They want the temperature, write down the units. Now, when the temperature increases from 20 degrees to 40 degrees, the pointer will turn an angle. Okay, this one is by proportion. From 20 degrees to become 40 degrees. What is the temperature change? How many people say only change by 20 degrees Celsius? Anyone say change by 20?
40.
Is 40, change by 40 degrees
60,
Celsius. Change by 60. Yes, change by 60. From negative 20, I must change to 0 degrees Celsius. This one I already got 20 degrees Celsius. Then change to another 40 degrees Celsius again. I add another 40 degrees Celsius. So the temperature change is actually 60 degrees Celsius change. So my change in the temperature will cause in a change in the angle. Okay, so will be will be proportional to the angle. When my change in the temperature is 60 degrees Celsius, it represents a turn in the angle of 300 degrees for the angle. Now they ask you the angle through which the pointer change, where there is a temperature of 7 degrees rise in temperature. So I'm going to find 7 degrees rise in temperature. How do I work out this solution? Anyone remember the working? You take 300. What do? You divide by your 60. Okay, over the 60. Then you want 7 degrees, right? You multiply by 7. Okay, alternatively, some students can also do 7 divided by 60 out of 60 times 300. Also can, no problem. So please calculate this answer. Okay, maybe I ask Keon, can you calculate this answer for me? What number do you get? Or are you still awake?
35.
Thank you very much. Okay, so the angle will be 35 degrees. All right, so it's very important to know the change in the temperature. Don't just take the number for itself. It's not 20, it's not 40, it's 60. Okay, next question. This one. Please read the instruction clearly. Read the instruction clearly. They say writing each number correct to 1/6 feet. So each individual number change to one significant figure. 0.48, 1/6 feet, 12.9, 1/6 feet. Let's start with who can I call? Derek. 543.7, 1/6 feet. What is the first second figure? How much should this be?
500.
Yes, thank you very much. This will be 500. Next person to call, I called this one before already. Ian, 0.48, round off to 1/6 feet. What will be it?
0.5.
Thank you, 0.5. Next one, Nicholas. Nicholas, you didn't answer me just now. Nicholas. Nicholas, are you there, Nicholas?
30.
Yes, Nicholas, give me the number in 1/6 feet. What do you say, answer?
30.
10.
10.
13 will be 2/6 feet. What's the first significant figure? First significant figure is 1, right?
10. 10.
10, yeah, so the answer is 10, not 13. Common mistake, a lot of students will put 13. Then now I write each number to 1/6 feet already, then I estimate the value. So now I'm going to use this working that you have given me to calculate, and this is an approximation side, this is an estimation. Next one, who can I call to calculate the number? Colleen, please calculate the number for me. What do you get?
25.
25. Okay, thank you. So you notice I use an approximation sign because I'm estimating the value already. I'm not calculating, then round it off, okay? I'm estimating first, then I use it to, I round it off to 6 feet first, then I use it to estimate and do the calculation. Right, question number 10, this one says evaluate and then correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, so what you need to do, just key the whole thing into your calculator. Please make sure you press your fractions first, then your major cube root, big cube root for everything. Okay, so you shift and then you press your square root sign. Then you key your 512 minus 127 inside your cube root sign. And here has a bracket square. Bracket 11 minus 5, close bracket, square. Then find all your buttons that you need to find. The answer, I round off and then I managed to get 0.2020773986. That's what I see on my calculator screen. They say round the number off to 2 decimal places. First decimal place, second decimal place. Let's take a look. Round up or round down? Anyone? Round up or round down? Or maybe you can tell me the answer directly. Maybe I'll call Yanqing. Yanqing, what is this answer in 2 decimal places?
Down.
0 point. No, do you get the same answer as me? 0 point
0.2.
2 only 0.22 only is one decimal place, no? Short of one more decimal place.
0.
0 at the back, right? So I must write the 0 as well, okay? Can? So 0.20. Please don't think that the 0 is not important because this 0 tells you the decimal place as well. They specifically say 2 decimal place. So answer must be 0.20. Okay, it is important. Now, I think we are going to our last page for the day. Okay, okay, we're going to calculate a little bit of price and money. Okay, in a shop, an MP3 player has an original price of $189.90. The shopkeeper decided to reduce the price by $58. This one's simple, straightforward, right? Anyone who don't know how to do answer? Answer, please. Hey, quick, answer, please. Hello. Answer.
131.
Thank you. 13,
131.9.
131.9
90.
90 money, dollars and cents, 131.90. So this is part A, reduced price. Part B, find how much the shopkeeper will receive if 25 people bought the MP3 player at the reduced price. So take 25 multiply by the reduced price.
3297.50.
Yes, thank you. Remember to write the 0 for money. So Bobby has one $100 note. He has 3 $5 note, 3 times 5. Okay, and 4 $2 note. Oh, my battery dying. What's happening to my charger? 4 $2 note. Hey, if I get disconnected, then I send you all the answers, okay? My computer, my iPad dying. Okay, I get 100 plus 5 times 3 plus 4 times 2. That gives me 123. I got the number 123. Is that right? And how much more money does he need to buy the MP3 player at the reduced price? 131.90 minus 123. That get your answer. $8.90. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, so we got this answer straightforward, of course, exam won't be so easy, right? They'll give you percentages and whichever, but that will be in chapter 9, so you need to do a little bit of revision on chapter 9 later. Last but not least, this one is an estimation question. In the container, the mass of all the biscuits is 2.518 kg and mass of each biscuit is about the same. So mass of 3 of them is already 25. So there are total of how many biscuits inside? How many biscuits inside? Given that the mass of 3 biscuits, right? So how many do? 25 is for the mass of 3. So I round it off. I divide by 3 to find the approximate mass of 1 biscuit. Okay, in exam, please write description. Don't just give me numbers. Your teachers who are marking paper can be very stingy. They want, they will want to see writing and description. Please at least write some kind of description. So for me, I'll do my working in 5 sig fig accuracy, working 5 SF. I found the mass of one biscuit to be 8.3333. Then now I want to calculate the number of biscuits. Okay, approximate the number of biscuits in the container. All right, I'm going to find the number of biscuits in the container. This is in what unit? Gram, right? What is this unit?
Change it
This
to gram.
unit, yeah, kg. So we must change the kg to gram. 2.518. How to change kg to gram? 1 kg, how many grams?
Times 100. What? Times 1000.
Times 1000. So we get 2518. So approximate number of biscuits. Please write description. I take 2518 divide by my 5 sig fig number 8.3333 and approximate it. 2518 divided by 8.1234 and approximate 302.161. They say round off the number of biscuits in 3 significant figure. So the maximum I can have 302 biscuits. Okay, is this okay? Can So now with that, I finished going through this paper already. We are slightly a little bit ahead of time. I should not take up more of your timing. Okay, tomorrow there will still be one more session. We're going to go through topical revision practice number 2. To make things easier, please start doing some of the questions. Then I can go through and focus on the harder questions instead of every single question. Is that okay? Now I see you. If there's no other questions, then I'll see you for remedial next time. Bye-bye. Same timing, 10:30. Bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Joe. Bye.